Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a video today how to make Easter bookmarks with the meaning and purpose of Easter, which is that Jesus has died and been buried, but then he's risen from the dead to give us hope of eternal life if we believe and trust in him. So here are some that I've made. I want to give them out to the ladies at church tomorrow. He is not here, he is risen, hope, and may peace be your gift this Easter. So out of a piece of A4, you can either cut it down to 5 7/8 of an inch, and this measurement, I think you cut it with the short side at the top to 5 7/8 of an inch, and this measures 11 3/4. That gives you 6 bookmarks in one sweep. Or you cut it in half along the 11 3/4 sides. You've got 2 pieces, 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. That you then score, that will give you 4 and a little bit. That will give you 4 in one sweep, which give you 4 in the first lot and 4 in the second lot. So either you can do 6 in one sweep and have a little bit left over and other white bits to use on other projects, or you can do 2 groups of 4 in one sweep. Hope that makes sense. So just to show you, I have used some retired stamp sets, but I have also used some current stamp sets. So just to show you, this is my sort of mock-up. I want to give credit to Ruth Trice because I was wanting to do bookmarks and I found a video, she's Artful Stamping with Ruth, that she'd done this. So the sky is just the same as she did it, but I've changed the way that I've done the hills and the way I've done the tomb. I decided not to do it like this. This is what she did, but I decided to change it, and I've changed the way that I've done the cross and the sentiments as well, and putting grasses on and so on. You will see as I go along. So I've used for the background, similar to Ruth, artistically inked in Poppy Parade and Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. And then for the hill, I have used the stamp from After the Storm, which is a cloud, but I've used it for the hill. I also used this stamp for the sunbeam coming down, just to highlight a bit. Fabulous stamp, sadly retiring. Love the sentiments. Even the darkest night will pass and the sun will rise. You have been on my mind. A little sunshine for your day and some birds and the clouds. Really good texture stamp. I've used this stem from Flowering Tulips for the vertical part of the cross, and then this cross piece here is the small stem from the Pansy Patch. And then the Hope comes from the Hope Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is now reduced from £20 to £10 on the clearance rack. And Ocean Front, I've used this stamp here for the bottom of the grass. And then for the tomb, I've actually used this little stamp here. I wanted a smaller aperture for the tomb, so I've used that one. So that's the stamps I've used. The colours are Poppy Parade, Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight for the sky. I've used Granny Apple Green for the grass. And then for the bottom of the grass, I've used the gorgeous new colour, which is called Parakeet Party. And this is the one of the new fabulous ink colours, which will be available from March the 4th when the new catalogue launches. So that's that one. Really love it. It's not as yellow as Lemon Lime Twist. And Granny Apple Green now looks really dark compared to it. So I'm really glad they brought out that colour. Right, so this is one I actually tried to do a Facebook Live, but my internet cut out part way through, so this is as far as I got. So I'm going to start again, and hopefully, well, I know now with this, as long as I don't press the wrong button, this is going to continue recording, and I'm going to load this up to YouTube. So let's start with the background first of all. So we're going to go for the Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to stamp as quickly as I can, because I don't like to do long YouTube videos. So hopefully this won't be too long. I do want to make sure I've got quite a decent amount of the Poppy Parade. I'm just going to make sure I've got a cleaning cloth, a chamois as it were. Now I'm going to go for the Mango Melody. And I'm going to make sure I put some colour in the Poppy Parade so that it sort of blends in. You don't really want any white patches. And then I'm going to go now for the Daffodil Delight, and I don't think I need too much of this. I think I might come back to that later. So now I'm actually going to do the hill. So I want to make sure I get that bumpy bit in the centre for the hill. So I'm going to make sure that goes in the centre of each of the sections. This is 1 3/4 inch by, it'll be 5 7/8. But a little bit will come off when I do the tab. So that's the hill, and then I'm going to do this upside down, just to fill in a bit. And then I'm going to take the On the Horizon stamp, which looks like that, and I'm going to use the lovely Parakeet Party just in that, and probably that way would be better because it won't show so much of a line. And I'm going to cover the bottom bit with some grass so it doesn't matter so much, the bottom bit. There we go. So that's that done. Now I'm going to do the grass, which will be, I'll just put the Parakeet Party away because I don't need that one anymore. And I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green. Just check that you can still see what's happening. This grass is from On the Horizon. So Granny Apple Green, I want it to be just at the bottom. Just got a little, I don't know what I'm going to use that scrap for, but I might use it for something. Then this grass is from On the Horizon as well, and that's just going to fill in the gaps, as it were. This is a lovely, One Sheet Wonders are a fabulous way to dig out all your stamp sets that you haven't used for ages, and it's kind of justifies buying stamp sets because you always want one that's going to just fill in the gaps. So now I've got Early Espresso and I'm going to do the tomb. And I've decided I want the tomb a little bit to one side. Whoops, that's a little bit further down than I expect. I think I put the sticker on the wrong place on this one, so I need to just do it a little bit further up there. That's better. So I might just bring in a little bit more of that, just to fill in down the bottom there so it doesn't look as odd. Hopefully that'll look a bit better. So that's that bit down. Now I'm actually going to do I'm going to fill in the sky bits that need a little bit more. So you have to keep inking it up each time because otherwise you're going to find that you get it uneven, and that's what you don't want. So I'm just going to press a bit harder to get a bit more of that colour in there. And I know that I want some more yellow up here because I've got some white pieces that I don't want. And I might want to go over again with a little bit more Poppy Parade there, just to give a bit more contrast. Lovely sunrise, because of course Jesus rose. Well, the women went to the tomb in the early hours of the morning, didn't they? So now we're going to do the cross. So I'm only going to ink up half of this stamp. So how you do that, you just take it to the edge, and it's got a fairly good mark now. So I know I want the cross there. Again, ink up half and do the vertical part first. Do each one of those. And then I'm going to do the horizontal part, which is the pansy patch stamp, which goes quite well, I think. And it's nice that it's not a sort of absolutely linear straight cross, that it's more rugged, like that hymn, the old rugged cross. So that's that. And now I can put different sentiments. This is one from a retired stamp set. He is not here, he has risen. But actually I'm going to do that after I've cut them down. So what I want to do now is the sunbeams coming down, because I haven't done that. So let's see what the difference is between if I do it with that's Daffodil Delight, and see what it's like if I do it with Mango Melody. And I think the Mango Melody is better. I wouldn't do it in Poppy Parade because that's too dark, but I think the Mango Melody just shows up better. and I decided I want it to go diagonally across like this. So I just do each one with the stamp from After the Storm, and I'll do this one just because it's spare, whatever I want to do with that in the future. So there we go. So that is the actual bookmarks in a row. Now if I take my trimmer and I can cut these down. So if I just get these out of the way, and I want to make sure that I'm just on the inside of that, so that's a spare piece. So this is a very, very accurate trimmer. It's amazing. So there's one, and then I just want to make sure that I do about a 1/16 of an inch on this edge to get rid of it. And that's the amazing thing about this trimmer. It's got pieces at the top that hold the cardstock so that you can do very accurate cuts. So I'm just going to push that over like that. Now the actual tag topper punches that I've used sadly have retired, but I hung on to them because I thought, I know I'm going to want to make bookmarks again sometime, or tags. And although you can use dies to do your tags, to be honest, it is quicker to have a tag topper punch. I think there's one left in the annual catalogue that will probably be retiring if it's not already sold out. If I've got an annual catalogue, let's just have a look and see if there is one left. That, again, I haven't checked it recently to see whether it is still available or not, but let's get to punches. Okay, so there's two. There's the fancy tag topper punch, which has been reduced by 40% to £12.60. The delightful tag topper was low inventory, and that was about a week ago, so I think this one will have sold out, but it's £21 full price. Don't know about this one, but those are two that are available now. These are two retired ones. That's the scallop tag topper, and that's the ornate tag topper, which is the one that, to be honest, I preferred. I thought that one looked better, so that's the one that I'm going to use. And it was in my retired box, and nobody had bought it, thank goodness. So it's coming out of my retired box. I don't know if other demonstrators do that. They have things in their retired box. It's been there a year, and nobody has bought it. And now I've decided, I'm glad I've still got it. I'm going to hang on to it. So this is how you use a tag topper punch. I use it upside down, and if this is, it does 2 inches. It does all different sizes, but I'm going to put it in and make sure that I line it up evenly, and I don't want to chop off too much of the sky, so I'm just going to get that even, and I'm happy with that. And then there's my tag, and then take another one, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sentiments in a moment, so I'll just finish cutting these first. Obviously I want to get it as even as possible. So I could do the sentiments before I do the top of the tag, but if I do the top of the tag first, it gives me an idea of where I want the sentiments to be. So I personally find it easier to do the top of the tag first. So I'll just cut a few of these. You can see again me doing it here. Okay, so well, let's just finish them while we're at it. So it's great. I've done, I think, 12 bookmarks already. I think I want to do about 40 probably, so I've got my work cut out for some of today. Lovely to give people as presents as well. So now I'm going to just put them out like that. This is a retired stamp that says, "May peace be your gift this Easter," so I'll do one with that, and that's going to be at the top there. And then I'll do one with hope. So it's just nice to do a variety, really. Hope, because Easter is the Christian hope, as Paul said in Corinthians. If Christ is not raised from the dead, then our hope is in vain. And Paul was absolutely right, that if Jesus had not been raised from the dead, then we would still be in our sins. So this is the great Christian hope, is that he is not here, he has risen. And because he has risen, those who believe and trust in him, I believe, will be raised too when they die. So wonderful opportunity to share the good news that we do have a hope that is steadfast and certain. So here we go. There we go. I'll probably put some twine in the top, and there I've done in one go 6 bookmarks for the ladies at church. I hope you have a really good Easter weekend, and for those of you that are going to church, to remember Jesus and the resurrection, I hope you have a blessed service. And if anybody would like a church to go to tomorrow morning, Hoylake Evangelical Church in Hoylake, you're very welcome to join us, or you can find us online on YouTube under Hoylake Evangelical Church, and you're welcome to join us online. We're having 2 baptisms as well. Hope to see you then. Take care. Bye.